Welcome back to My Block Jags. I am Denero Scurry, and you see I got the quarantine now, but we're gonna talk about that a little later. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the 2020 draft. Jacksonville Jaguars had 2 first-round picks. We had the 9th and the 20th, and there was a lot of speculation, a lot of talk saying we was gonna trade. Yannick was gonna get traded. None of that happened in the first round, at least. No trades for Jacksonville in the first round. Yannick still on the team as for now. With the 9th pick, we drafted C.J. Henderson out of Florida, 6'1", 202 cornerback. He was the second ranked corner coming out of this year's draft, with Jeffrey Okudah out of Ohio State was number 1. I did a live reaction of my how I felt about it when they said his name. I wasn't happy, but because I kind of wish we would have went somewhere else, maybe a receiver, or even a D lineman. I mean, you had Ruggs still out there. He went 3 picks later to the Raiders. You had Kinlaw went 5 picks later to the 49ers. You had Jerry Jeudy, who went 6 picks later to the Broncos. So either one of them, I would have been good with. Not saying I don't like C.J. Henderson. He's a Gator. You know what I'm saying? Florida boy. I just didn't think that's where we should have went. If it wasn't Okudah at number 9 for corner, I thought we should have went another position. That's how I was looking at it. It's either 9, Okudah, or you go to another position. I didn't think we should have went there, but he is here. He has good size and at 6'1", long arms. He kind of reminds me of Greedy Williams. Came out of LSU last year. Last year. Came out of LSU last year. He was kind of same build. Greedy was a little thinner, but same thing. Long arms, can cover real good. The only issue with both of them, not physical, not a physical corner, and tackling is an issue for him, for C.J. Henderson. I think the long arms would definitely help with some of these big receivers that are in the league right now. Those long arms will help, but the physicality, I mean, coming off the line, if you don't give it to the receiver going to give it to you. And tackling, look at these running backs coming off the edge. You're going to have to stick your nose in it. You're going to have to get these guys to the ground. I mean, you got to work on that tackling. I ain't saying you got to be the best, but shit, you better be good enough, you know what I'm saying? So I think those are that's the one thing that I've noticed and I've seen that he has to work on. But I mean, that's going to come later in the future. He's going to get better at it. I don't expect him to be, you know what I'm saying, to be his tackling to be as it was at Florida his last year, to be the same as his rookie year. I expect him to be a lot better, more physical, get that NFL training and whatnot for him to be better as that 9th pick. With our 20th pick, we end up picking I cannot pronounce this guy's name. Caleb. I know I'm butchering his name. I said his name like 40 times before I started this video. Caleb dog from LSU, number 18. We end up drafting him. Chasen. Caleb Chasen. I think that's how you say his name. You know, drafted him out of LSU. Now, shockingly, I'm surprised. I didn't know nothing about him. I seen his name and I heard them talking about him. Or he could have been the other guy, because I know there's 2 linebackers out of LSU. But I heard them talking about one of the linebackers out of LSU, so I'm not sure if it was him or the other guy. But I didn't really know too much about him. So when we drafted him, as you seen in my video, I was kind of like confused, like, who is he? But quickly afterwards, went on YouTube, watched a whole bunch of his highlights on YouTube, watched a whole bunch of videos, watched a whole bunch of interviews, people talking about him. And to me, he looks like another Josh Allen. He looks like another Ngakoue. Same body type. It's crazy. Caleb is 6'4", 250. Josh Allen is 6'5", 262. Yannick Ngakoue is 6'2", 250. So a lot of these guys, these ends that we got, they look like a lot of pass rush type ends. They're not big. They're quick guys off the edge. They have that look like they have all 3 of these guys. They just didn't have a quick first step. All 3 of these guys are known for being an edge rusher. So that would be a good replacement for Yannick. You see exactly kind of how Caldwell was thinking drafting a Ramsey replacement and a Yannick replacement. Yannick didn't go nowhere. I don't know if they're going to try to convince him to stay or they're just waiting for some second round trades to happen. But we got a good edge rusher off of him. Watching this film, he can get he gets to the quarterback. He's very disruptive. A lot of stunts, and he can even drop back in cover, which is great. I don't know if that's what Jacksonville's going to use him for. I was thinking as soon as I seen him, I was like, we're going to use him as our defense is a 3-4. It's basically the same questions we asked last year when we drafted Josh Allen. Are we going to use him as a 3-4 outside linebacker or what? Then we end up using him just as a regular end, hand in the dirt, 3-point stance pass rusher. So that's what they look like they're going to do with Caleb, however you say his name. That's what it looked like they're going to do with him. Just have him play opposite of Josh Allen. Now we got these two young guys, two fast edge rushers coming off the edge. Boom. So, and so later on in the draft, I'm pretty sure we're going to address some of the other needs, some of those other positions that we could have addressed. Only thing about Kalon at the time, we drafted him at 20. I was really getting excited for CeeDee Lamb. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought CeeDee Lamb was gonna slide to us, and I was like, that would have been great. But then here go Dallas. Jerry Jones, he does this almost every draft. He does not address their needs in the draft. Dallas does not need a receiver. Why would you go after the receiver that all the Jacksonville was looking at the time? Dallas needs secondary help badly. They don't have a safety. They don't have a cornerback. They need edge rushers and all that other stuff on defense. And they went after another receiver, another offensive player. This is like their third time I can remember them doing that. No, they did this with Dak. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Dak. Dez. No, they did this with Dez. No, they did this with Zeke. Now they did this with CeeDee Lamb. So that pissed me off. I was hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was hot that he went 17 and even Simmons. Simmons went to pick right before us. What it was, Arizona, right before us at 8. I was so hot. I thought I'm getting all excited thinking he gonna fall to us, and then boom, he went to a pick before us. So that tells you how the NFL draft goes, man. You never know what's gonna happen. You sitting on the edge of your seat, getting closer and closer to your pick, and then boom, somebody might be thinking the same thing you and your team is thinking. Yeah, this guy might be perfect for us in our scheme and our system and on our team. But yeah, that's what happens with these talented players. You never know where they're gonna go, who's gonna pick them up, or what these GMs and head coaches are thinking. We got, I want to say round 2, round 3. I want to say it's 2 and 3 today. So we get to see more of what Caldwell, what's in Caldwell's mind, what's in Marone's mind, what they thinking at, you know what I'm saying, where they feel like going. Get to see if Yannick gets traded. And we get to see, you know what I'm saying, really what are they going to attack with these picks today. So I'm probably going to make another video probably at the end of the draft so that way I can, you know what I'm saying, kind of recap each player that we have. But I just want to tune in and give you this little thought on our first round picks. Yep.